Hey circuit riders, welcome to Yuma! The city of Yuma, Arizona is quite a bit larger than I expected, but there is a nice little historical downtown here that we're just walking. Lots of shops and restaurants here, and you can tell some old historical buildings. Colorado River here goes through Yuma, Arizona, and in the mid-1800s, this was the only spot that you could cross the river by natural means, which I think means it was shallow enough that you could just ford your wagons and stuff across the river. You didn't need a boat or a bridge or something. So in the 1860s, when the California Gold Rush happened, people flooded through this area, through Yuma, to cross the river into California. So that's really what gave Yuma the big boost it needed to grow into the city that it is today. So there's quite a bit of agriculture here around Yuma. We see a lot of migrant workers picking in the fields for winter harvest here. And we just happened to be driving by the wall. This is the border between Arizona and Mexico. So we're driving south along the Arizona-Mexico border just because we're out for a drive. But we noticed that the big wall that's very tall ended, and now there's just a little kind of fence. I can't even tell what it's made out of, but it's certainly not anything secure. So there's a little canal here, irrigation canal, and then a fence, and then that kind of wasteland over there is the Mexican border.
But way, quite a bit.
But way over there.
So interesting driving along this border in this weird connection with the New Brunswick Canadian border, with our land in Maine. And just, there's some weird emotional feel to it.
We spent so much time exploring the Canadian border last summer that this feels eerily like it. Right down to the unsecured nature of the crossings in certain places.
That too.
Driving through the little village, or little city of Somerton now. We're going to stop at the Del Sol Market, which I think is probably a Mexican food market, and see if we can get some dinner. We got a little taste of Mexican culture last night, just tooling around Yuma, going to the grocery store. Today, we're going to the real thing. Let's head over to Mexico.
Got most of the way there.
We made sure we had our driver's licenses on us. Did we think we could get into Mexico with a driver's license?
No,
Apparently
we didn't think it up.
We're turning around now to go get our passports.
Which we do have. they're back at the rig.
Okay, we got it. So the closest Mexican town to Yuma is Los Algodones, and you actually have to cross into California briefly to get there. There's a border crossing parking lot that you can park in for the day, It's $6 for the day, or you can park there overnight for $10. And the $6 for the parking lot is cash only, no credit cards. There are some RVs in that overnight parking. I don't know if it's like an approved boondocking spot or if you're just supposed to leave your rig there. But anyway, it's an option. And then we are going to park there for the day and walk across the border. So we're just walking down the walkway out of the parking lot, and here's the car traffic that's going across the border. And just a little sidewalk here that you walked out. Okay, so they didn't even check our passports coming in here. They did check in my purse. I assume that once we try to go back over into the United States, they'll look at our passports, but I'm glad we have them anyway. It's just a walk through the building, and now we're in Mexico.
Nice. So here we are.
Now, this area of Mexico is known for medical tourism. There are dozens of dental offices here, optical, pharmacies, that kind of thing. So a lot of people will come over here to get cheap dental procedures and other medical procedures. That's kind of why this town is here. So this is your typical touristy town in Mexico. I did duck into a couple of pharmacies to see if I could get some prescriptions filled down here for cheaper, but they didn't have what I needed, or the prices weren't any better than what I can get in the US, so I'm not gonna bother. I think, I've heard people come over here if you need things like heartburn medication or more generic kind of statins or things like that. I think this might be a good alternative, but if you need serious like health condition medications, I'm not sure this is the choice for you. And also, I did call the other day a couple of dental places. We were looking to get some cleanings, and I thought, if we could get cleanings for less than $30 down in Mexico, that'd be kind of a fun experience. But I either couldn't get anybody to answer the phone, or when I actually talked to someone, their prices were higher than what I wanted. Though they did have immediate availability, I could have gotten in yesterday, but most of them were not open on the weekends. So just something to think about. If you're coming over here for medical tourism, do your research first. If you just want to come for a fun Mexican experience, that's nice too. There are a lot of people here who are kind of in your face. They want to give you, their card, or you want dental, you want optical, you want to buy my little trinket thing. So you do have to have kind of a thick skin to get through that, or just keep saying no thanks, no thanks. Just ducked into this church for a little respite from the patter outside. Well, we're a couple of blocks away from the border now, and it has quieted down significantly. Still tons of dental places here, but not as many people in your face.
And now there's starting to be more restaurants and other supporting businesses like that as well.
This is making us really want to go back and do a good Mexican vacation, either in Mazatlan or Cancun area. We love it down there.
Merida, want to get there.
Yeah, maybe next winter. Once you get away from the immediate border, there really are not that many people walking around here in the town. And we're speculating that this is still like reduced COVID traffic over here, because I do not see enough people here on a Saturday afternoon to support all of the hundreds of businesses that are here. So I'm going to say if you want to come over to Los Algodones for the afternoon, it's going to be about a 2-hour proposition. It only takes minutes to walk across the border, and once you see the businesses here, there's really not much else to see. Maybe 3 hours if you sit down for a good meal. These prices, that's American dollars, that's really good. That is really good Mexican food. All right, we're heading back over the border. We're just gonna keep walking straight ahead till someone stops us. I think we're on the right road. There's a horrific line to get back into the United States here. I don't know why it's so long, but it is kind of the end of the afternoon, so maybe just everyone's going back now. All told, it took us about an hour to stand in that line and go through the customs building, but just a routine customs crossing like anywhere else. They asked us what we were bringing back in, showed them our passports, and then we came out into the United States. Fun afternoon. I'm glad we had that experience. Hey, does this landscape look familiar to you at all? Oh wait, maybe if I show you over here.
I think my eyes are getting better. Instead of a big dark blur, I see a big light blur.
There's nothing to see. I used to live here, you know.
You're gonna die here, you know.
There, how about now? Does it look familiar now? We are at the Buttercup Valley Sand Dunes in Southern California, right on the Arizona border and also very close to the Mexican border. This was the filming location in 1983 of the Sarlacc pit scene from Return of the Jedi. So in April of 1983, the Star Wars crew came out here and built Jabba the Hutt's ship out here in the desert, and they filmed the scene where everybody gets pushed off of the ship into the Sarlacc pit. So when I found out that this location was so close to our campground, I had to come over here and check it out. Now, the actual filming location is about a mile into the sand dunes from the parking lot, which is over here. I don't know how far I'm going to hike in. I've heard it's a grueling hike, and so far I'm probably a quarter mile in, and I don't know if I'm going to go much farther, but it is sand. It's sand dunes. It's like walking on a hilly beach. If I try to stay to the top of the ridge, that would be a little bit easier instead of going down into the dune and then back up again. Oh yeah, this is better. If you get at the top of the dune, the sand is a little more compact. It's a lot easier to walk. What a beautiful day. Well, I made it a third of a mile. I gotta stop here. Wow, that is a tough climb. But worth the view. So off in the distance here, about another 2/3 mile, is where they filmed that Return of the Jedi scene. And off in the distance, you can see Mexico. Okay, I climbed all the way up here. That's pretty impressive. And this location was not only the filming location for Return of the Jedi. There's been over 15 movies filmed in the larger area here of the Imperial Sand Dunes, including Jarhead in 2005 and Lawrence of Arabia in 1962. So normally this Buttercup Sand Dune area is for off-roading. We were here this weekend and there was tons of RVs and machines, OHVs all over these sand dunes. Now I've come back in the middle of the week and there's only a handful of RVs down there and I don't see anybody on the dunes, but you can see the tracks here and it's a very popular recreation area. And there's a sign down there that you can dry camp here for up to 14 days. You do need a permit from the ranger station, and I don't know if it costs any money, but this would be a fun place to dry camp for a while. Okay, now I'm gonna try to get back down. Thanks for coming up here with me. I love visiting movie filming sites, especially of my favorite franchises like Star Wars and Harry Potter. Man, it's one of my favorite things.
There's nothing to see. I used to live here, you know.
You're gonna die here. Convenient.